Doom, 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 doom. Hello, everybody. Okay, let's see here. We need to bring up our sources. Source 1. And... ta-da! The unities. And the music seems just a smidge loud. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. There we go. All right. It's a Boom. Hello, Boom. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Oh, geez, a long cat. I got long catted. I got long catted. I should probably put chat on the screen somewhere at some point, too. Overlays and stuff. Alright. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Unity. And the Unity noob trying to make everything go. You know, I don't think I have those redeems enabled, Boom. I should get a list of... Do you even have a list of all of your redeems to crash everywhere? You gotta have, like, I don't know, a couple hundred of them by now, huh? I did steal one of your ideas, though. Let's see, hold on. Which screen has it? Is it this one? But why don't I have that on this screen? Well, that is weird. But yes. So... Oh, I was testing this earlier and my dude didn't show up properly. He was the wrong size, and I have a slight doppelganger problem here. There. Hello. So I'm pulling in the OSC data, I believe, from VCFace. Before that, from NVIDIA Broadcast. So it goes webcam, NVIDIA Broadcast, iFacial mocap to VCFace, and then that's over here. I'm both over here. On the lower left, that's just a spout capture from VCFace. Whereas this guy in the middle is receiving the rest of the OSC data. And funny thing is, that's some height data in there too somewhere. And I think I'm currently looking too high. Too high. Where is... There we go. Now we should be fixed. The data is going everywhere. There's entirely too much data. And funny thing is I'm also going to piggyback that data to my other computer so I can run Robot Rusty at some point. Hopefully next week. I just gotta get him. Right now he's just a head sitting on my desk here. Oh. And I need some way to pause the camera. Okay, let's see. Where is offline? Yep, there you go. That guy over there. Currently I'm using a different webcam to track him. So he pretty much looks, moves along with this avatar. Except he needed a little bit of fixing because he was starting to get confused. And when you're dealing with physical servos and... Yeah, it gets messy. Sometimes his face would fall off or his head would just get stuck, like pointing straight up. Thankfully, he didn't spin around Exorcist style, so that's nice. But we'll get him back soon enough. For now, I can just show a fake, not fake, a previous capture. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, and I'm blocking him with fake Rusty. There we go. Oh, I had the movement mirrored. So I fixed part of the problem of why he was running so slow. The software, which is sending it from Unity to an Arduino little controller board inside of Rusty's head, it could only take like one command at a time. It could only move one servo at a time. So every frame, it would choose the next servo in line. And he's got, I think, 6 or 7 of them in there when this video was taken. So he moved a little clunky, a little slow. So I got that figured out. He can now move all the servos at once. Plus, I'm going to upgrade him in the next couple weeks, maybe, so he gets eyebrows. Because eyebrows are the window to the soul. It's not actually the eye. It's not actually the eye. It's the eyebrow. It's definitely the eyebrow. No, exciting stuff. But tonight, Unity. So yeah, so no, it's exciting playing with all the toys and trying to figure it out. Now I have to really, maybe finish a project before I start the next one. But where's the fun in that, right? You gotta have 10,000 things going at once. So what I have here is a demo level from Cinti. Oh, and we don't have a ceiling up right now. Let's fix that. Ceilings. Ceilings, there we go. Now we have ceilings. So yeah, so I'm in a demo level for the Cinti Sci-Fi. I was thinking tonight about, trapping my camera. I was thinking about, adding this level, making it a little bit more my own, maybe adding in some stuff from some of the other packs. I think I have the city pack. I think this, the lower part of my avatar here, the business suit, that either comes from the office asset pack or the city asset pack. I don't quite remember. I started this part of the project quite a while ago. Maybe going on a year or two, actually. There we go. And also I want to put colliders on this model. I don't think I have... Do I have colliders? I think the asset pack itself has colliders. So it's probably a tube right in the middle of the model. But I was trying yesterday to grab some stuff, or at least make it seem like I was. Like this guy over here, the little Easter egg that they left in, is my new friend. Oop, this hand. But I think right now I just kind of pass through it. Come on. Yep, I just pass right through it. So I want to at least get colliders on my hands, because I go through my own head right now too. Yep. But it's all progress, right? Oh yes, and I need to lock the camera. So that when I disappear my cursor and I go hunting for it, I don't make everybody just absolutely sick. So where are we? Where are we? There we go. Man, that is rough. All right. But yeah, no. Yeah, so on the surface, I'm not sure. Aside from like the spaghetti scripting and blueprints and everything, I haven't played with Unreal at all, so I'm not sure how much different that is than this, than Unity. I mostly started with Unity because at the time it had a package called Arduino that somebody wrote, so I could take the OSC, well, it could just export commands to an Arduino. And I mashed that together with some code. Let's see, do I have Visual Studio open here? So in a different project, I have the Rusty's code. There we go. So I wrote a bunch of C# here. And here's some of where we send the data, well, that's control code, where we send the data, all the joint data for how the servos should be moving to control Rusty. Robot Rusty, not this Rusty. And ugh, did that take some getting used to, trying to figure out how things like vectors and what's the really scary thing, quaternarians. I had no idea. So I actually cheat here. I use the actual rotation of the joints from the editor. So right now, Robot Rusty cannot compile because I'm using the Unity editor to get the rotation of the joints. Like here's for the neck and the head. Well, anyways, I take those rotations, which are in nice degrees, and I just send do some adjustments and then send those over to the Arduino. And then he moves his head around. And then, so when I finally get him fully up and running, I'm going to probably just step through this to show him off. But yeah, this guy is much simpler because he's mostly plugins. I just do simple things like, what's this one? This one's switching modes. I love how fast this compiles because there's not much to it. So there. So here I had to write a script so I could go between the two armatures. Armatures? Yeah, the two armatures for my avatars. So I have the one receiving the motion capture data. Hello. And then the third-party controller. Or third-party. Third person. Is using the third-person controller. So I can swing the camera around on the outside. The code right here. Simple camera controls. I'm going to add in so you can scrolly with the scrolly wheel, but for some reason they don't have that built into the camera controls. It is kind of mind-boggling. Let's see, where are we? Nested armature. Player follow camera. Okay. So here we are, moving the camera around, and you can control things like the focal length and all that. But they don't have it set up, or a script just you can enable for zooming in and out. So I gotta write the code. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just switching the focal length up. Oops, nope, that's the wrong one. There you go. So I can zoom in and out. Otherwise, Don't have a way of controlling that quite yet. What else can we do? I think I was just playing with some other scripts. Let's see. Control the lights. Where else we get? I really want the scrolly wheel zoomies. I really do. I mean, I can do this in VC Face. Hello. And VC Face, funny enough, is a Unity app. So I know it can be done. And obviously it can be done. There's some math involved. It shouldn't be too bad. I'll just go steal a script from somewhere. It involves the change plus or minus and how far the scroll wheel has gone. Seems simple enough. But yeah, here's my super basic attached scripts. Like shutting lights on and off. And making the ceiling disappear again. How did I make the ceiling disappear again? There we go. Disappearing, reappearing ceilings. And I'm definitely going to run out of hotkeys. Because I want to add in a lot of the stuff that I can do, like switching, switching outfits. We had Farmer Rusty there for if I ever decide to play Stardew. Made myself a headset. We have cat mode, though cat mode doesn't look too. There we go. Oh, there we go. I need better cat ears. Let's see. Oh, and I finally made a coffee mug, so that I wouldn't be just off in space, sticking my hand through my head whenever I needed a cup of coffee. Except this coffee cup has issues. It did not. I oopsied on the polygon somewhere. So I booleaned a hole right in the bottom of my my coffee mug. So right now it's just for looks. But it does track fairly decent. Where's my mug? Turn off the mug. Mug? Okay. And the ever popular orange mode. What? You didn't like my mug? I can make it better. Oh, we are too zoomed in. There we go. This is a combination. Here we go. Here's a beer stein instead. It still needs a little texture, and the beer stein comes with 2 holes in the bottom for reasons. And I found out earlier that I have my blend shape set to multiply. So this is what happens when you multiply a coffee mug and a beer stein. You get a hideous, hideous default gray mug. Oh, hey, it actually got rid of the other hole. Oh yeah, oh, there we go. Look at that. I got a hole in the side too. That is some... For something that should be so simple, being 2 cylinders, you'd think I wouldn't have modeled it so crappy. There we go. Okay. Now I was trying to figure out, because I do not document my work properly, what version I had, the version differences between this guy and that guy. So we do have the orange, but I must not have completely set him up correctly, because he can do the orange eyes, but not the switching the necktie. But yeah, so he is Rusty 12F, and this is Rusty 12G. What's the difference? I think it might just be the headset. And I tried using the VRM export. So that's a VRM export. So I can use it in like VC Face and I don't know, probably VR chat or whatever. Miku Miku Dance, who knows. But I could not get the Unity locomotion to work with my VRM properly. So if you look here, he float. He's the amazing floating Rusty. And he can jump. So if I want my tracking, I have floating. Now, if I want walking, I don't get any of the tracking data. So I have to figure out the way. I know you can do like joint masking or animation masking or something like that. I just have to watch some YouTube tutorials because I do not know how to do that yet. That way I don't have to switch between the avatars by pressing a button. So I'm literally just hiding one and showing the other. I don't know if you can see it in the low res up above my head here. But yeah, I want to be able to blend them together so as I'm, just walking along, then I can, still do at least like the head or something. If it comes down to it, I think I'll just hide the body because, hey, I am a object-headed character here. I have no neck. So I could literally just hide one body and plop it on the other one if I got lazy. And speaking of lazy, VC Face decided to change all my lighting around again. Where are you? No, you. There we go. Do not know why it keeps forgetting where the sun is. Save. I know why the ceiling keeps disappearing in here. Because I was setting it on and off in play mode. There we go. Now it should stick. On my previous computer, before it got blew its power supply, I was smart and I changed the color scheme for when it's in play mode. It would be like have red tint to it, meaning, hey, don't make any changes. So I should probably do that again, somewhere in the preferences. Yeah, so here's the top of the lovely demo level. There's a lot to it, actually, including a custom shader that does not come through in current Unity. I think it's set up for the old render system, and I'm using Universal Render Pipeline. Is that what it's called? I tried changing this around last time, and it did not. Yeah, there's some custom shader on this pink stuff. But yeah, look at all these assets. That's a lot of assets. And it's all being hidden by a beautiful ceiling right now. There. Where am I hiding? There I'm hiding. So yeah, I definitely want to explore this demo level as a, because they have some nice scripting and colliders and stuff set up on this, so I figured it'd be a good way to kind of dive in and learn things. Because, I mean, I am definitely a newbie when it comes to all this. I mean, I know how to do software development. That's my day job. So I can write scripts. I just don't know how to do the things I want to do. Yeah, so it's definitely learning to do the things. I mean, as I glimpsed over at the Rusty code, I don't have spaghetti, but I do have piles and piles of... Actually, this isn't even bad math. I cheated and I skipped the bad math. Because the proper way to do it would be to use vectors and whatever the heck a quaternarian is. And I tried that. I couldn't figure it out. So yeah, so I cheated, and for instance, Okay, let's go find ourselves something that gets rotated. Yeah, so basically I cheated with Robot Rusty. I am literally just grabbing these rotations from the editor because at least in Unity 2019, you couldn't get a proper rotation without converting it from this quaternarian calculus thing into another quaternarian calculus thing, which worked fine is if you wanted the rotation of one thing in Unity to affect the rotation of something else in Unity. The problem is I was taking that rotation and shoving it off to a servo, a little motor that I wanted to move like back and forth, literally to do this. I'm Mr. Rusty over there. And you couldn't at the time. Now you can, but it doesn't work very good. It's like, oh, you want to go from 0 to 90 degrees. Okay, cool. Sometimes it'll be 1500. And so I had to throw in a bunch of safety code in there to make sure it didn't lock up and make squealy noises and have a fun little blue smoke come out of Rusty's head. So yes, I might have gone through a few servos for those reasons. It's like, oh, we want to make this thing that goes from 0 to 90 degrees. Just have it keep going. Just have it keep going and grinding. The advantages of being digital, you don't have the grinding. But it is super cool just to have him be me, have me be him. There he is. Gotta make sure I'm looking at the right screen. Yeah, it is super cool just to have him being able to wobble his head around. And I want to add more things. I want to add more lights. You'll appreciate this. More RGB. Definitely more RGB. So I can phase through the colors and such. Oh, and a fun thing with actual Rusty over there. You see my cursor? There we go. So this eye is actually being captured from Unity. From the model I am taking the rotations from, I am also taking one of the eyes and video capturing the eye. So it shows up on a little screen there. That was a fun touch. Oh, and of course, the perks of being 3D. You can 3D print. You can 3D print yourself. The 2D people, they can, print out on a piece of paper, I suppose, but this guy is sitting on my desk right now. Another future plan is to take 3D printed Rusty and also control him with servos. And maybe plop him up on another Rusty's head. I have entirely too many plans. There's a notepad file sitting on my desktop. It's just... But for tonight, what was I going to do? I think I was going to do colliders. So that I can just put my hand on something. But I gotta check to see... Ugh. No, geez. Where are you? There you are. Okay, we gotta check to see first ceilings, because I need ceilings. I want to stare off in the void. Okay, this is VRM Rusty. And this Rusty, I believe, is an FBX, which is why he doesn't have any of the blend shape, or well, the proper triggers. Why he doesn't have any of the proper triggers. Let's see. Does he properly collide with things? Oh, no. This one. So I think his hands are going right through stuff. Okay, so the player capsule, I believe is what it's called in the demo here. So there's basically an invisible tube as the collider, and it holds the avatar more or less. So that's doing most of the collisions, though it's hard to tell. Let's see. So other Rusty also has the collider, but I can swing my arms around. So are we going through them? We're going through them? Are we going through them before my tracking cuts out? There we go. Okay. So we don't have any mesh colliders or anything. So I do want to set that up. So this is funny. I don't think I have desktop audio capture on. No, I do not. Okay. But even though his legs aren't moving, you can still hear the footsteps. So somebody's walking. Okay. Can I pass? Ooh, geez. Yep, I passed right through myself. So I need to add colliders to the head. And yeah, colliders for the head and probably just for the hands. Yeah, I don't really care that I can I can go right through. I think that the going right through part, like the arm bending back way further than it should, I think that's something I should actually fix in when I set up the avatar, not in here. So I set up this, I keep wanting to call it Vroid, but this was never a Vroid avatar. If I set that up properly, that'll eliminate some of my problems when I'm not using the game engine. But overall, like my leap motion's been behaving pretty good, aside from passing through my head. There we go. Ta-da! And I think most of my leap motion problems were actually operator error, because when it was colder, earlier this spring when it was colder, I was wearing a sweatshirt, and I think it didn't like my baggy sweatshirt for capturing where the forearm and the probably just where the forearm is. The hands were obviously out. The thingy's out. But no, it is nice. And it's just it's very satisfying to see my avatar here with a nicer render. I mean, this is. I think I can crank the detail way up, and it is not very anti-aliased because it's just the anti-aliased. I don't even know what the settings are for this. Because usually, like when I'm offline, when I'm not streaming, I'll have Unity on one screen, usually this screen. I have Unity on this screen, and then over on the other screen, I'll have another tab of the gameplay. Let's see. Add tab, game. Break it up. Yeah, get off there. There we go. Because this is nicer. There we go. Ta-da! Except I'm entirely zoomed in. There we go. You know, for as much as I was complaining before about the not being able to automatically scroll in the camera, it does have some nice settings. Like, it's currently bumping up against the wall. Like, it's colliding with the wall. And so it zooms in. No, it's not zooming, it's actually moving the virtual camera in. And then as it gets more space, it goes out to where it's supposed to be. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and I can... Oh, there it is. See, it shows up every now and then. When I'm at certain angles, you can see that I did a poor job removing this poor fellow's neck when I took his body. Where is it? Or I have some weight painting off when I had to re-weight paint. There it is. Okay. Something is attached. Right there. See it? Right there. Something's off. Yeah, my hand is sticking through my chest. I could be my own puppet. That's creepy. Okay. Anyways. Something to fix the next time I'm working on blend shapes and messing with the model anyways. There's a little error in the neck right there. I saw that when I did the Twitter post, but I did such crappy resolution with the Twitter compression that it, you probably couldn't tell anyways. Wait. Oops. Nope, wrong button, wrong hotkey. There we go. So let's close down that window. Close down this one. And let's work on our not spaghetti. Okay, let's start with virtual Rusty. They're all virtual Rusties. On to attach. Get the skeleton out. Can I show the skeleton? Of course not. Tie. Why doesn't his tie material change? Okay, let's see. Let's go find his hand. I don't think I have, let's see. Start with lefty. What do we all have in the hand? Nothing. Interesting. Okay. Want a game object. We're going to call this, what, hand left? Go drop it in there. And this gives us an attachment point, if I've read things correctly. This gives us an attachment point, and then we can add a collider. Oh wow, that's more colliders than the tutorial had shown. Capsule collider. Ah, so this capsule collider I think is what the third-person controller demo has. Somewhere above my head here. Let's see, what do we want? We want to... I mean, I guess I should use a mesh collider because that'd be the proper... A wheel collider? What the heck is a wheel collider? Do they literally have one just set up for like, automobiles? Okay, let's do a box collider. I have no idea where it put it. Oh, it's literally right there. Okay. For some reason, it's not attached to the hand, which is attached to the... What the... What? Where'd you go? Okay, that's weird. If I have a collider set at... Interesting. I think I see what I did. Okay. I want this to be smaller. And right now it's just on the wrist, which I suppose is fine because the fingers are going to bend. So I don't really want it on the, don't really want it on the fingers. So I'd want to make a proper, Yeah, we'll start here. we won't think too far ahead. Material is trigger is edit collider. Oh, well, that would have been easier. Provides contacts. Ooh. If enabled, this collider is used to trigger events and is ignored by the physics engine. Ah, so that's how you... That must be how you make push buttons. Like an in-game push button or a light switch or something. This is going to be super helpful because I currently have the lights in this corridor here behind us set to a hotkey because I'm just goofing off trying to figure out how to control things. But it'd be nice to have the trigger be like a light switch on the wall so I wouldn't have to tap the keyboard. Then be more like a game too. I mean, the point of this behind me, it isn't really to make a game. It's, first of all, it's to learn. You gotta start somewhere. But then also, this is gonna be so full of garbage code and forgotten strings and everything that if I do want to make a nice little stream game or just a game, yeah, I want to start fresh because it'd be kind of ugly otherwise. Okay, so, we have a collider. I think that's it. Let's make another one for the head while we're at it. Head, add component, box collider. Hold Alt after clicking, control handle to pin center. Nah, I don't want to do that. It's easy enough to do this. Oh, look at that. So it's actually working in real time in the editor here. It's colliding with the camera. Because the camera, remember I said it had collisions for running into the walls. Ah, that's neat. My x-ray's a little off though. Can't quite focus a little better. There we go. And move him up just a smidge. So if I can get this right, it's touchy, I suppose. I'm only working in 2-digit precision instead of 3. So there's that. There. Can I go 3? You can go 3-point. Okay, all right. There. And let's give it a shot. I should not be able to punch through my head. Oh, geez. What did I do? What did I do? I made this a first-person controller somehow. Oh, crap. Huh. You can see my shadow. It's kind of creepy. I trapped the camera inside my collider. That's a new one. I trapped the camera inside my collider. Cause see, that's I put the collider on virtual Rusty, and is this doing anything? Nope. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Did I mention? Did I mention I'm new at this? Oh, that's amusing. That is... Okay, I wonder if that red thing is a conflict. A little red splotch right there. Okay, so the box collider on its head. I wonder if that has something to do with the head being the target of the follow camera. No, not you. You. Low poly head. Look at that. So I can't even look at it if there's a collider in the way? Hmm. No, wait, what's this? What is that? What is that? Not that. What is... Where are you? Okay. Okay, there's my armature. Right, there's the other armature, so that's the capsule collider, it's called. Where'd you go? There you go. Okay, why do we have an error? Do we have... That's not helpful. Okay, so how did I grab the... How on earth did I grab the camera when I created the collider? And will this fix it? Oh. What is this? Yeah, so it's messing with the... so the collider is on this hand, and it's messing with the camera somehow. Are we going to... Where are we? Where are we? Get out of play mode, because otherwise it won't do a thing. And turn off... Where are you? I saw you in here. Ooh, lock camera position. I need that. Okay, I need to remember that. Player input. Push layers default. Yes, yes. Are you on this one? Nope, you're not on that one. Are you on this one? Okay. Somewhere in here, there's a setting for whether it can run into stuff. There we go. Player collision, ignore tag player. Ignore tag player. Okay. So, theoretically, tag untagged. Untagged is all untagged. So let's see if we can... Player. Puzzle solving. Oh, Jesus. Nope, that didn't do it. That's interesting that it didn't work that way. So it doesn't work if he's a player. So does the head have to be a player? Aha. Okay, so the actual collider item has to be tagged player. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. Problem solving. Okay. I was going to turn off the collisions for the follow camera, but it looks like I don't have to because I solved it the right way instead of the hack way. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hmm. This Yeah, I shouldn't do that. All right, let's see if I can collide with the scene geometry. Oh, oh, nope. What the heck? Oh, actually, maybe the bounding box on that isn't that great. Let's go find. Let's go fix my. Let's go back to our demo head. Okay, wait, which hand did I have? Which hand did I have then? Aww. Okay, so my collider is not colliding, right? Okay, it's not on that hand anyways. my hand tracker's falling off before I can actually collide with anything. It's kind of funny. Come on. Oh well. But no, I shouldn't be able to put my head through my hand anymore. Other way around. Because it has So I have a box. Whether or not it provides contacts without any oh. I assume that means adding more code. More scripts or yeah, adding more scripts. Nope. Oh, there it is. There it is, folks. Pat, pat, pat. So it's remember it's on the palm. So this means my head can't go through stuff anymore either. Where are you? Where are you? Let's find something with a better collider box. You know what? You know what? Let's just say that that's how that works. So we got a collider. None? What material would you want on it? Layer over. Ooh. Include layers. Everything. Okay, maybe not everything. Let's do default. Well, kids, this is what happens when you don't read the documentation. Okay. How about this time? Maybe. Maybe I should table this one. Or I need to find more objects that like shoulder height. There we go. Okay, obviously that made it worse. Everything. No. Oh, that's the head. All right, we're gonna table this one. Default layer overrides include. Maybe that's the opposite of what I want. It does stutter, so I wonder if it doesn't like it, but it forces it through anyways. Okay, we're gonna table this one for now. So to-do list includes. Still includes colliders, because they are not working as intended. But where did I see it? Where did I see it? No, not you. You can lock camera position. There you go. Okay, so cinema machine, lock camera position. Where is... Here we go. Camera zoom. I'll just put it in the camera zoom code. Z, what else isn't being used? V. Hey, what else can we do? Star. What the heck does a star mean? Oh, okay. It's being helpful. Okay, I don't want to use on. And this is just a toggle, so we don't need this. Oh, that is Visual Studio's commenting. There we go. Not Visual Studio, Visual Basic commenting. That's what happens when I use two languages in my daily life. Okay, we don't care about zoom level. Yeah, that's right. I'm a dirty .NET dev who uses Visual Basic. Okay, M-Lens. Give me M-Lens. What do you got? Do you have lock? Lock camera position. Lens shift. Cool. What does lens shift do? Types. Sensor size. Override. Is physical camera. Dutch. I always wondered why they called it Dutch. You tilt the camera back and forth. Okay, what else does virtual camera, which is the cinema machine virtual camera up there. What else you got? Oh my goodness. Enabled. Follow. Follow? No. Unlock. Ooh. Look at. Is there anything in there about lock? No. Top clamp, bottom clamp, camera angle override. So I need to find out which of the purples will give me what I need. Get owner, get components. I need that right there. Oh, I wonder if this is a custom script. I wonder. Let's go up here. It is a custom script, so that's even better. Let's go find this custom script. Gimme. Where are you? You are... That's not helpful. Okay. You are in my assets somewhere. Third person starter assets. Third controller. Probably here. Ah. Camera angle override. Float. Why would that be a float? Where are you? Lock camera position. Where are you being used? For locking it on the last. Okay. Third person controller, lock camera position. Yeah. Huh. Clamp, here we go. Clamp rotation so our values are limited. Oh geez. See this? This is the math stuff. This is the evil math stuff. Clamp limited 360 degrees. Oh. Does this mean it switches it from the follow cam to first person? Maybe? But yeah, look at this. Icky. Like... Ugh. So, what if I make this a public function? What if I make this a public function and then just call it somewhere else? Shh, don't tell my boss I use sloppy code. Camera rotation, if input looked, square mag, oh jeez. Yeah, there's some math involved here. Stuff over time, blah, blah, blah. There's taking the input look Y. So this is how it does the rotation-y, which is, see, this is confusing to me why it needs to do, why we need all of this. Why isn't it just like a look at? I suppose everything, all the components you would get were maybe scripts somewhere along the lines, right? Ew. Okay, here we go. We'll file this. So this sets it back. So if I want to be silly, what if, where are we? And not camera lock position. Okay, so this, if there is an input and camera is not fixed, do this. However, not lock position. Interesting. So basically I just want to lock camera position. So I need to basically check mark that box. Oh, okay, that's much easier actually than what I was planning on hacking together. Yeah. Actually, we're going to rip that out of there. Go in here, and we're just gonna plant this in here somewhere. What calls camera rotation? Late update camera rotation. Would that... Move, okay. So where's your updates? Yeah, wiesz. Update, 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 update. Late update, update. Here we go. We are gonna pull an ugly here, because this is their update. Kids, don't do it this way. This is a hacky way to do this. What we're gonna do is, I forget what it was called. What line are we at? 155. Follow, where's the follow thing? Follow, lo, lo, lo. Follow, game objects, no, not that. It was lock camera position. Stop being helpful. There we go. There, that should do it. That is not the proper way to do it, but that should do it. Oh, time zone is obsolete. I'm not sure how time zone affects what I'm doing here. Okay, okay. Ah, beautiful. Whee! No more wee. Can I still zoom in? Oh, that's nice. So, since that's a public variable, I should be able to call it from the proper spot. Instead of hacking through the code and putting a keybind in there. But now I can actually have my cursor leave the area and I don't get motion sick going like all like this. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, there, I accomplished something. I didn't get the collider to work because, yeah, that's not working. So that I need to do my research. Oops. I gotta put that hotkey on my mouse. I love having me a gamer mouse. I have 12 buttons. 12 buttons, and it is the best work expense I have made. In fact, this sounds like third computer. I actually have two of them on my desk. So I have one for my home PC, which is this lovely beast, and one for my work laptop. And I have pretty much the same key bindings to all the little keys on the side, and it's fantastic. So I've got on the thumb pad, there's or I should say where your thumb would be, there's a keypad, and there's 12 buttons there. I don't use all of them, but I've got like copy, paste, select all, back, print screen, some other stuff. And I highly recommend this. This is my PSA. I highly recommend if you do a lot of, I don't know about coding necessarily, but a lot of copying and pasting, like even if you're in Photoshop and stuff. Highly recommend mapping shortcuts to your mouse if you have a gamer mouse. I mean, copying and pasting alone is completely worth it. But yeah. Oh, fantastic. So, where is that camera again? On the armature. Grounded. So really it means I can grab any of these. I mean, obviously I knew that. You can grab any of these because they're all available variables. Here we go. So, since we're in play mode, there we go. Unlocked. Locked. Unlocked. Locked. Cool. Now I do want to use... Oh, hide my cursor. Now I do want to use Cinema Machine the proper way because it looks like it has a lot of cool stuff for making the camera easier to control. I just briefly looked into it, watched a couple tutorials. Because before, the most I could do is, you know, switch the field of view. I think this is field of view. Now, it doesn't actually control the focal length. It kind of fakes it. So I was like, why can't I just control the focal length? It's probably in there somewhere. But no, great progress. Okay, so we're 1-1. One win, one loss. One win, one loss for tonight. There we go. Let's go orange mode for a bit. I wonder if I have access to my blend shapes. Because this is coming in as OSC data from vcFace, which is coming in from somewhere else. Do I have access to that? Let's see. Well, I'm sure. Oh, I know I can. I know I can because I can read the blend shape data coming in with, I think, this one. Yeah, the Japanese up there. There's a script, or this is a whole package. Scripts? I'm not entirely sure, but that's what's translating the OSC data from the scary bunch of numbers like quaternions and such into lovable things like joint rotations. Yeah, I still couldn't wrap my head around Euler angles and all that. Maybe if I came back to it now instead of, well, that like a year ago at least, maybe it'd be easier. Let's see. It still bugs me. Include layers, layer overrides. That didn't do anything, so I'm just gonna put nothing. I mean, it's right there. And all these objects have colliders. Oops, where are we? Grab a thing. Okay, what are you? Okay, so mesh colliders. Cooking options, everything, material, blah, 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 blah. Generated convex submesh. It generates its own mesh. So like, does that mean I can have the fingers like super easy? Adds contacts without any listeners. Does it have listeners? No. Okay, so this is 3 different colliders in this one wall. Not sure what does that mean? Is it convex? See, these don't override anything. Material none. Physic material. Where's my dude? Oh, geez. Did I? Oh, I'm in the ceiling. There we go. Which Rusty are you? Nope, I want other Rusty. Non-physic material, same thing. No, okay. Yeah, that's still tomorrow problem. I still think it's funny how I'm hiding in the ground. Right? Is that you? Nope. Nope, you're standing. The other one's hiding. What if... Where are you? What if I add a mesh collider? What does that mean? Mesh, none, mesh. Those are the joints. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Guys. Guys. No, let me hold my head in shame. Can I do that? Ugh. Guys. I put a collider on a joint. Don't know if that makes a difference. But I put a collider on a joint, not an object. So there's no polygons. Now, does that make a difference? We're about to find out. Low poly. So here's the actual head. Or where... Yeah, let's just try it on the head for now. Well, business mail. So that's that body. Let's see what happens when you put a mesh collider on. Mesh, non-mesh. Oh, geez. Business? I got two of them. Let's do something I love about Unity. Drag and drop. Did that work? No? Okay, let's try that again. Can I put a mesh collider from the mesh? No. Is that because the collider's on the person? Okay, I can still go through myself, but maybe it doesn't self-collide. Oops. Of course, I spin so I can't see myself. Zoom out. Oh. Well, that's interesting. I think I might have, there we go. Can I stick my hands through the wall? I can stick, so close. I was so close, guys. Okay, yeah, we're definitely putting a pin in that. Oh, wait, we can lock the camera. Okay, so we don't get sick. We'll delete this mesh collider for now. We are going to look that up later. And also, we haven't saved our project in centuries. So, let's... What time is it? I got a little bit of time left. Let's look at some fun stuff. What do we have for special effects? Ooh, animations. So these are the starter assets. I don't really care about those. What I do care about. Oh, you can't see most of it behind me, but here's the Polygon Sci-Fi Space Pack. All the toys. Oh. Let's restart the... There we go. There we go. And yes, that has an actual Winamp in the corner. I am application window capture on Winamp. Window and audio capture. So that's its own source. Very handy that you can now do your own sources in OBS. Where was I? Ooh, a captain's chair. Right there. But, oh god, look at all that pink. So here's some asteroids. I did have a funny error come up when I loaded it. So there's some space dirt somewhere in here. I think it was just dirt. And it was throwing an error because there wasn't, the emissive texture wasn't set up properly. So apparently in space, your dirt has to glow, otherwise you get errors. So. Space dirt. Here we go. All right. What do we all got here? Oh, come on, load in. What do you got? Show me. Oh, are these not going to load in? Okay, we got props, but what do we got for special effects? We got some cool HUD stuff. Ooh. That is a tiny HUD. What does it do? Motion vectors. At least a set of the pipeline. Does it do something? Or is it just a bar chart? Where are you hiding? There you are. It pulsates. Or it might just be pulsating because the my viewport aliasing isn't the greatest. I wonder if I can fix that. I mean, I know I did take a performance hit, but the card is pretty decent. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? References? Runtime settings. No. Collider settings? Physics. Okay, so give me like color options. Where do you get the, you know, how much do you want your GPU to squeal? There we go, rendering. Now, ooh, tier 3. I don't know what that means. Quality, ooh, there we go, there we go, there we go. High fidelity, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, I wonder if I have built-in level of detail with these models. I don't think I do, but I could be wrong. Man, I'm gonna have to look this up too. Player, here we go. Nope, that's not what we mean by player. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out too, because I've got enough memory and a beefy enough computer. That shouldn't be an issue. Okay. So let's delete this little HUD piece here. What's more cool effects? What do we got here? Warp tunnel dots. Warp tunnel. Steam. I added some steam back here. Space dust. What does space dust do? Space dust? Huh. Okay, maybe it's better when you're in space. Space dust. Remove space dust. There we go. Space. Oh, it's everywhere. Okay, that's kind of cool. Never mind. I take back. I take back all the insults. Missiles. Okay, what do we got? Ship. Oh, nice. Okay, so these are all assets that came with the Cinti Space Pack. And there's some cool stuff. Especially since they're all, they're all pre-built. They're assets, right? So you can just drag and drop. This one here, ship trail. I assume that's like a cool, like, you're flying behind the ship. You know what we're gonna do? Wait, hold on. Here we go. How many do they have? Space clouds, space trail. Do they have a missile trail? I mean, I assume you could just use the space trail for the missile trail. Let's see what we got here. I wonder why they're not showing up in the preview. Okay. It's time to get silly. All right. Okay, that's not super. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's a place to start. Look, Mom, I'm a spaceship. I mean, this is a low polygon. The idea is that it's a low polygon look and aesthetic, right? So I'm sure there's better ones out there, but this is amusing. What do we got here? Cast shadows, light probes. Emitting. Can make it bigger. Ooh. Yeah, that's fun, but wait. There we go. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that is interesting. So I think I'm seeing all of the emitters. There's like 4 emitters in there. There now should be more like a torch. A little bit. Interesting. Yeah, now I'm just goofing off. Let's see what else we got here. was this plasma one that I have on the ground? FX electricity. That's that one. Oh, right there, exhaust trail. Whoa. Okay, that one they show right in the viewport. That's cool. Interesting. So this one's just going. It's interesting that it's just going and it doesn't go with motion like the other one did. So here's an opportunity for me to learn. Why does that one go and this one does not? They are two very different things. This one's a trail renderer, which is its own thing apparently. And this one's a particle system. Play on awake. There. That. Oh geez, there's tons of stuff. Never mind. Sim space. How do you turn it on and off? Probably the triggers. Okay, let's put the ship trail on the head. And let's see what we get. Okay, this is exactly what I was hoping it would do. Whee! Okay, not exactly, but it's this is amusing as hell. You can be your own missile. It's like I'm waving a fireworks sparkler. Flame booster square. Lasers. What is that? Oh. This is what happens when you have laser hands, kid. So obviously you would want this to turn on and off with with a script or like the input controller, because I am currently just shooting lasers out of my hand now. I'm sensing a lightsaber. Let's see what we can do here. Lock the camera and laser bullet. Duration. A little bigger. So much stuff. You know there's built-in ones. What else we got? What else we got? We got flames, we got fire. Ooh. Asteroid field. Beacon. A black hole. Ooh. That's kind of nice. Bubbles. Oh geez. Wait, does the fire light up? No, the fire is not. Bubbles. Where is fire? There we go. Okay, I want it to produce light. I want to be completely just glowing. And, you know, maybe on fire, but... Gravity, simulation. Emission is definitely doing that. Lights. No. Maybe I need to add its own light source. That's interesting though. You think it would... You think if you click the light button... Oh, there we go. You think you click the light button, you could just open it up and look at the lights. Is it working? Nope. Light is not light. Yeah, it looks like you need to add a light asset to it. Maximum lights. Nope, still not lighting up. Okay, I mean, maybe the intent is for it to be a lightweight effect, because after all, it is blocky fire. I'm still getting a kick out of this trail. I'll have to make sure I delete some of this stuff before I leave. I mean, bubbles, though. Bubbles. All right. I think I've had enough fun for a bit. I do like the plasma electricity, though, so we'll keep that around. Fire be gone. Bubbles. Sure, let's get rid of bubbles. Get some steam. Get some electricity. All right, speaking of steam, I am running out of steam. The tiny robots that live in this house, one of them likes to wake up way too damn early in the morning. So, just to make sure we got our control scripts saved. Oh, hey, why did those pop in now? I wonder if I need to refresh the asset pack. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to pour through the other bundles that I had gotten from, well, Humble Bundle, and as the some of their free assets they give away from time to time. Definitely going to pour through those and add some stuff. I want to figure out how to trigger doors. So doing colliders would be nice. I assume that's how you trigger doors. So that's going to be YouTube tutorials I'm looking up. And then, yeah, just start adding in, I don't know, maybe starting over from this. And just taking my controller, which I have all packed up into this, packed into the unpacked armature. Take this and just drop it into the next project. And that way, yeah, let's get the exhaust. Whoops. We'll leave it on for now. Yeah, that way I can kind of start clean and not have a 1,000 assets in here. Got the matrix view going on right here. But yes. But yes, I can obviously tell I'm losing steam. So let's wrap it up. And I think I'm just going to call it a night. So thank y'all for stopping by. There we go. Thank y'all for stopping by, and I'm going to make some coffee next time I'm up this late. All right, catch y'all next time. Bye.